So what are some examples of everyday gynocentrism? Well, I mean, obviously there's the whole, right, women and children first, right? If there's a sinking ship, you know, women and children get in the boats first and man's got to sacrifice, right? That's one example. I mean, that's a general example of women being protected along with children. Also, you could look at that from a different angle and say women are classed in the same category as children, which if the man is supposed to be the breadwinner, she kind of is like a child. She's kind of a dependent, right? She's dependent on the man. The irony is that feminism tries to paint women as if they're always victims, paint women as if they're oppressed, yet female nature itself dictates that the man needs to bring home the bacon, the man needs to provide, the man needs to protect financially and otherwise and physically, right? So the whole irony of feminism is that hypergamy itself and female nature itself really just kind of blows that out of the water. It blows the whole women are oppressed narrative out of the water, because your own nature is dependent on men for your not only your survival but your everyday sustenance in most cases. I don't know the percentage of women who work. Supposedly it's I think upwards of 60% or something like that. I forget. But hey, great. You know, you're able to do that now. Then maybe you shouldn't require a man to have money before you date him, but you don't. And maybe you shouldn't require a man to pick up the bill on a date, but you do. So that's all hypocrisy. So what's another example? Well, that leads me into my second example. My second example is, like I said, clear and obvious. The man is supposed to be the provider and the protector. That right there is gynocentrism. Women are a special class. Men, unless they are bringing home the bacon, are not worth anything. Nobody is going to take care of a man. Nobody expects a man to be taken care of. In fact, if you are a dependent grown male adult, then you are viewed as a loser and you are viewed as no value in society. Probably even negative value is what you have in society if you are not providing, if you are not a financial breadwinner. Them's the breaks. So there you go. That's the most obvious examples of gynocentrism right there. As far as everyday gynocentrism, as far as you know, how can we see gynocentrism every day in our everyday comings and goings? Well, look on social media. I mean, no easier place to look than on social media. All you got to do is befriend some decent looking girls and they'll let you know they're decent looking because their profile pictures are all glorified and beautified and woo woo woo, right? So add them on Facebook, not hard to do. Make sure they're not catfish, obviously, but that's not hard to do either. You know, you get some suggestions, you go in some groups and search around and find a girl that's decent looking and add her as a friend. Now pay attention to her statuses. When she writes a status, her status will be something like, oh, I went to McDonald's today. Whatever variation of that, something super simple. Oh, my car needed to get an oil change today. That's all she'll say. And that's it. And it's been going on, you know, for 10 years, 10 plus years I've been on Facebook, and I've seen it again and again and again every day, 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 every day. So it's been proven and proven and proven. Guarantee it. A guy says, oh, I got an oil change. Nobody gives a crap. He might get one like from his friend Joe who works on cars, right? No one gives a crap. The guy's got to do an oil change. Okay, great. You got to do an oil change. No one cares. The woman who's good looking does an oil change, and all of a sudden she's got 50 likes, 10 guys saying, hey, you need a hand with that. Hey, you're so beautiful. It's nuts. That's just what it is. That's an example of gynocentrism. Women don't, there's no equality between how women go about their day and how men go about their day. There's nothing comparable. And this is why it's so ironic and so audacious for these feminists to come out and say they're oppressed, because they're not. They're actually privileged. Women are privileged. They're a privileged class in society, period. Period. Unless you're not good looking, then yeah, you might not have that much attention, right? You might just almost be like a regular human being if you're not very good looking. Okay, period. It's just what it is. That's gynocentrism. Oh, I had to go to the mall today and pick up a shirt. 50 likes. Oh, you're so beautiful. What kind of shirt was it? All of a sudden, everybody gives a crap. I mean, women are playing life on celebrity mode. They're celebrities just for breathing. I mean, that's what it is. It's gynocentrism, man. So anytime a woman says, oh, I'm oppressed and we have it so hard. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you have it hard, it's because you've made bad decisions in life, and your life in general is hard because you suck at life. There's a lot of women who make dumb, shitty-ass decisions, choose shitty-ass boyfriends, get into bad scenarios because they're just stupid. And then they want to say, oh, all women have it hard. No, you have it hard because you're an idiot. Okay, because you made bad decision and you went and slept with bad boy number 5, and he knocked you up, and now you got a problem because he's not paying alimony or he's not paying child support, whatever. And yeah, you're not oppressed. You made a bad decision. That's all. So, any other examples of gynocentrism? I mean, female privilege, gynocentrism, same thing. I see female privilege all the time. Have you ever been to a court date or whatever? I've had a few in my life. You know, I've been to a court date where on a couple different occasions where I saw women getting privileged. I saw women getting treated differently by a male judge. I haven't seen it from a woman judge yet. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but I haven't seen it yet. I've been before a couple women judges. I've been before a couple men judges, and there's a period of time when you're sitting in the courtroom, awaiting your number to be called to deal with whatever it is. You know, if it's a speeding ticket or what have you, but while you're waiting, there will be some females who go before you, who go up to the judge before you, and you will see the change in demeanor. I've seen it. Okay, all of a sudden the guy's smiling and he's talking all proper. How you doing, ma'am? Oh, have you had a hard day away from work? Sorry, we had to pull you away from work, but you had your court date because you violated And it's like, bro, what? I've seen it. I've seen it, man. In court, the one place that's supposed to be unbiased. Okay, I've seen it. And I mean, that's one example of a general behavior in society. Oh, we open the door for women. We open car doors for women. Women get into clubs for free. Women get free drinks. The list goes on and on. Gynocentrism is alive and well. It's just basically female privilege. There's all kinds of perks for being a female. You know, it is what it is. Guys don't get those perks. No one opens the door for us. No one buys us free drinks. No one talks to us proper and says, ma'am, sir. I mean, sometimes people call me sir, but you know, it's not because they really give a crap. It's just what it is. But you know, people aren't going out of their way to tip their fedoras at me. Women aren't, you know, opening the door for me. Women aren't buying me drinks. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So those are some examples of everyday gynocentrism. For women to act like they're oppressed and feel less than men, it's just silly, because really you're not. And, you know, if I was a woman and I actually was fed up, I would be fed up with the fact that I got treated special. I would be fed up with the fact that, you know, hey, stop treating me special. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a woman. Like, I'm not any different than you necessarily, but if you treat me special, then I'm gonna be different. So stop treating me special, you know, like stop giving me these perks. That's what I would say if I really wanted equality. I would say stop treating me like I'm a princess, you know? Stop giving me all this special stuff. Anyway, thanks for